Hello. I am the Linux Mitch. Last year I did a couple of videos on Ghost Bsd, and Ghost Bsd had an update last month. So I'm going to go through a fresh install and take a look at it. So let's get to it. So I open my web browser Firefox, and you go into the search and just do a search for Ghost Bsd. And here it is right here. So let's click it on. And now we're at their website. So this is their website. You can read about it. I'm not going to spend too much time here. And you can go to news. So the latest release is Ghost Bsd 24.01.1 is now available. And it was released on February 13th. So just almost a month. Actually, it's over a month. A month and a week. Okay. So what I'm going to do is click it on. I'm going to scan down, and it tells you what all the new improvements are and what the bug fixes are and security fixes and so forth. So I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to click on download. And their official image comes with the Mate desktop environment, and some people call it Mate. I pronounce it Mate. I really don't know what the correct pronunciation is, but that doesn't matter. That's besides the point. That's their official one. They also have a community edition, which comes with the XFCE desktop. And they claim that they take no responsibility for the community desktop environment, even though it's on their website. And if there's bugs or things wrong with it, then you have to go to the community. So I'm just going to download the official one. Let's go back up here, which is based on Mate. And I'm going to do a direct download. Oh, let's give it. So if you click on here, and now my helper is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Hope, or her backside anyways. Are you going to face the camera? So anyways, let's get back to the video. If you right here, it says direct download. If you click on this menu, it gives you an option. So I'm going to go to the Canadian mirror, and it's downloading. Now, it's saying it's going to be 2.5 gigabytes. It's downloading pretty fast. So I'm just going to pause the video and come back when it's finished downloading. So the download completed. It took about maybe a minute and a half. It wasn't too bad. It was 2.5 gigabyte ISO. So I'm going to go through an install. So I'm booting on to the Ghost Bsd live ISO. And it's going to take a moment to do that. So I'm going to pause the video and come back. So don't go away. Okay, so we've logged on to the live ISO. It took a long time to log on to it, longer than any other ISO. I don't know why. And I don't know why I'm getting an error message there. I think it might have something to do with the fact that this is a virtual machine. I'm not sure. So you can use your arrows to go up and down, but I'm going to stay on the Intel. Start desktop with legacy Intel drivers. And I'm going to hit enter. And there we are. We've logged on to the live ISO. This is Ghost Bsd with the Mate desktop environment. Now, unlike FreeBSD is kind of like Arch Linux in the sense where you're in the TTY and you type in your commands and you do the install. Well, it's not exactly the same as Arch, but kind of. Whereas this Ghost Bsd is like a normal Linux distribution where you go on the live ISO, you can play with it, experiment with it, see if you like it. And if you don't like it, power off, pull out your thumb drive, and your machine is the way it was before. And instead of playing with it, I'm just going to go through and install. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on install Ghost Bsd. And here we are. And I'm just going to move the screen a bit. Let's move this up here so my face is not in the way. And the default is English. So I'm going to click on next. And default is English USA. But I'm going to click on English Canada. And I'm going to click on next. And it landed on America. So I'm going to click on next. Full disk configuration is the default. I'm going to stick with that. And click on next. And I'm going to click on my 51 gig drive. and it's automatically going to give me a 2 gig swap. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And I'm going to click on next. And the default is FreeBSD BIOS loader only. Good enough for me. And I'm going to click on next. And my real name is, I'm just going to put in Mensch. And I'm going to put a password in. I'm going to repeat my password. It's telling me my password is super weak, but that's okay. And click install. And I think this is the Calamari's installer, but I'm not sure. Kind of looks like it. Anyways, I'm going to come back when install is done, and we'll take a look at Ghost Bsd. So don't go away. I'll be back. Okay, so it finished the installation, and it really didn't take that long. I don't think it even took 5 minutes. That's not bad. So I'm going to click restart, and let's boot into our system and see if we can boot into it and see what it's about. Okay, it didn't take that long to boot into it, and we're at the login screen. So let's type in my password. Let's click it on. There we go. And here we are. We are in a fresh installation of Ghost Bsd. Ooh, I'm scared. Anyways, sorry about that. So the resolution is a bit off because there is a bar on the bottom and there's a bar on the top. And if you're installing this in bare metal, you probably won't have this problem. So let's see if we can find the display settings. I'm not that familiar with Mate. Now I did use Mate about 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I played with it for a while, but I never lived in it long term. And like I said, that was 3 years ago. So I'm not that familiar with it, but let's get here. Let's see if we can go into preferences. Let's go to Control Center and see what that's about. Oh, nice. Let's make it full screen. So here we have displays. Okay, let's see if we can change this to... There's no 13... I usually go 1360. We don't have that. Let's try 1280 by 720. Let's see what that does. Keep the configuration. And let's see if that fixes it. Let's close it. And let's close that. Oh, that's better. So we have a bar at the bottom. Let's click this on. Nothing happens. We have 4 workspaces here. I don't know if you can see them. And you know what? I'm just going to move my face a bit. So we're on a dark theme, I guess. The bar is pretty dark. Oh, updates are available. Okay, well, that's the first thing you should do when you install a new system is update it. So let's start upgrade. Checking to see. So Ghost Bsd is a lot different than FreeBSD. It's a lot easier to use, more user-friendly. So it's checking for updates, and I guess I'll pause the video and come back. So it says updates are available, and let's just install it. Install update. And again, I'm gonna pause the video and come back when this is done, okay? Okay, so the update finished. That took a good 5 minutes, but it was easy. I didn't have to do anything. I just had to wait. And I have to restart the computer. So it's telling you your computer needs to restart to finish installing the updates. So let's hit restart. And while it's rebooting, I'm going to pause the video and come back. And as you can see, I have my helper here. Her name is Hope. So don't go away. Okay, so we rebooted the machine and we're at the login screen. So let's put my password in. And we're logging into our system. And here we are. So now we finally finished our installation. We've updated the whole system. And here we are in Ghost Bsd. We've got our clock. Now the clock is off. So let's just go. We have applications. We have accessories. You can take a screenshot. We have graphics. We have internet. Oh, they have Firefox installed. We have Office. There's really nothing here actually in the Office. They have Evolution. I don't see any Office program in here. I guess you can install it from the Software Center. We have Rhythm Box and VLC. How about that? And system controls. System tools. And let's see what else we have here. Accessories, places, home folder, desktop. Let's go into system. Let's go in. Oh, what did I see here? Did I see clock? Well, let's go to the control center. I like this control center. Now, the screensaver went on while I was doing my update. I wonder if we can stop that. Can we turn this off? Activate screensaver when computer is idle. Lock screen when screensaver is active. And power manager. Let's go to the power manager. Put computer to sleep? Never. Display. Put display to sleep when inactive for? Never. Now you might not like these settings, so you don't have to do them. When power button is pressed, ask me. Okay, that looks good to me. So let's close this. So I think I stopped the computer from going off. Let's click on appearance. Okay. Oh, there it is. Let's do dark theme. Ah. Let's close it. Okay. Well, it's really dark. Oh, there it is. Oh, I just saw it. Date and time manager. Got to fix the clock. Oh, I'm getting an error message. So the time zone, it won't let me edit it. That's strange. It's locked. How about that? It won't let me fix the time. Oh, that's not good. They're dead links. Wonder if I click on the clock here. Locations. Edit. General. Let's do a 12-hour format. Time settings. So the time here is set system time. Put my password in. I apologize for fiddling around here. Locations. Add a location. Name of location. Toronto. That's good. Okay. Close. So it gives me the Toronto time here, but not up here. That's strange. So let's see if we can get, if Firefox opens up. So we have Firefox. Let's just see what version we're on. Let's go to help, about Firefox. And we're on 123.01. Okay. So it's not Firefox ESR. Let's close Firefox. What else do we have here? We don't have any Office programs. I don't know what that Shotwell program is. I don't know what that is. We have Rhythm Box and VLC, like I mentioned before. Let's go to, so there's not overloaded with programs. Let's go to Software Station. Let's see what that's about. Oh, it's asking for my password. Let's put my password in. And let's make it full screen. So it's syncing the repository. So let's just wait until it finishes syncing the repository. And maybe I'm going to pause the video. If this is going to take long. Oh, didn't take that long. And, oh, there it goes. So this is the Software Center. So let's see if we can do a search. Let's do a search for Htop. And let's install Htop. Apply. Confirm. And now we're installing Htop. Okay. And let's close it. And let's see if we can, it should be in System Tools, right? And there it is there, Htop. Let's open it up. Let's make it full screen. And there we are. Oh, wow. So in this virtual machine, like always, I gave it 4 processors, 4 gigs of RAM, and the installer automatically gave it a 2.5 gig swap. And as you know, if you're following my channel, you know when I do my Arch system, I don't use swap. But hey, 2.5 gig of swap is nothing to complain about. It's certainly not a waste. And running a little bit high. It's running at 949 megabytes of RAM. I think that's a little bit high for the Mate, because I know in Arch Linux, the Mate runs, I think, at about 400 or 500. megabytes of RAM. Actually, I should do a video on that. I should do a video on Arch Mate. We'll see how much RAM it uses, because I know it's going to use a lot less RAM than this. This is kind of high for the Mate desktop, 949 megabytes. So anyways, let's close that. Let's go to the file manager and take a look at that. And that's the file manager. I wonder what file manager. I think this is the Mate file manager. Yeah, it's Kaja. Let's close this. Let's go back to, I just want to go back to the software center, check out a few things, put my password in. Oh, it's got to load it up again. Wow, that's interesting. You got to go through a whole sync every time you open up the software center. Here we are. So I'm just wondering what else they have in here. Let's do a search for, do they have the Brave browser? No, they don't. Do they have OBS Studio? Oh, there it is. There's OBS Studio. Do we have Qtile? There they have. Oh, they have Qtile. Do we have Awesome Window Manager? And then we have the Awesome Window Manager. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install Qtile and the Awesome Window Manager and see how they run in this system. Okay, let's type in Qtile. Let's click it on. Let's type in Awesome. The Awesome Window Manager. Click it on. And let's apply. So let's see if we can install all this in one shot. Confirm it. And it's working. So now we're installing the Awesome Window Manager and the Qtile Window Manager. And you can see this blue line here. It's installing it. So I don't know how long this is going to take. I don't know if I need to pause the video or not. And it's done. Oh, that was fast. So let's close it. And let's log out. Let's log out a Mensch. Let's log out. Before I do that, I got to click this on. And, ooh, this is hard to read. Let's click on Qtile. And put my password in. Now, of course, there's going to be Qtile, the default Qtile configuration file. It's not going to have my Qtile configuration file in it. And why do we have black screen? There it is. Oh, the resolution's off. We're in the default Qtile configuration file. So MR is to spawn. So mod key R. And let's type in Firefox. And there we are. We're in Firefox. And the resolution's a bit off. I gotta close that. Let's do mod key enter. Does that open my terminal? And it does. And we're in the terminal. And do we have xrandr installed? Let's do xrandr -s 1280 by 720. Let's hit enter. And there, that fixed my resolution. And let's do mod w shuts it. And of course I could put my own, I could download my GitLab repository and put my own Qtile configuration file in here, but then it's going to end up being a long video. So let's do mod key enter, and let's do an Htop. Now we're running at 687, which is still kind of, it's lower than before, but 687 is very high for the Qtile window manager. Let's quit out of there. Mod W will shut it. And how to get out of here is use your, let's click that on, and then we're going to log out. And we're going to quickly go into the Awesome Window Manager, and then I'm going to finish the video. And let's go here. Let's put my password in. And now we're in the Awesome Window Manager, but of course, we are in the default Awesome Window Manager configuration file. We're not in my Awesome Window configuration file. Let's do mod key P. Let's type in Firefox. And there's Firefox is going to open. Now we're in Firefox. Sure, set as default. Let's close that. Let's do mod key P. And let's go into Mate terminal. And let's do an Htop here. And now we're running at 698. So Awesome Window Manager is running about the same as Qtile in here. Still kind of high, a lot higher than it does in Arch Linux. Let's close that. Let's close the terminal, and let's quit out of there. Let's click this on. Let's go back to the Mate desktop. Put my password in, and just a few more things. Let's click on change backgrounds. Let's see what kind of backgrounds they have here, and then I'm going to close the video. Oh, I like this one. Let's try this one. Oh, that's nice. I really like that. And that's it. In this video, I showed you how to install Ghost Bsd, and I took a quick look at it. So it's not bad. I'm kind of impressed. It's easy to install. It's user-friendly. It's easy to use. It's easier to install than FreeBSD. But I'm disappointed because I couldn't figure out or easily get the clock configured. There seemed to be a problem there. And as it stands right now, I did a video on FreeBSD a month ago, and I think I was more impressed with that. Have you tried Ghost Bsd, and do you know how to fix the clock? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I am the Linux Mensch.